you want to learn how I transform this to this, then stick around and keep watching. Okay, so I started, and this is the Ikea Drona that goes with the Kallax unit that I had painted. It's time for an upgrade. I did choose this. It's the 18-inch unwired natural burlap. I did get some fabric glue. If you're choosing to do the natural burlap, I would not recommend this. If you have a solid piece of fabric, it doesn't have, holes in it, go ahead and use it. But this material was a little bit too dry and would not pick up. Oops, there goes my cap. It would not pick up enough glue for it to adhere correctly. Fabric fuse tape, and so far it's been amazing. A ribbon to go up on top with a tassel for the pull handle. I do have a tape measure and some scissors. I want to show you how I got to here. This piece right here to end up looking like this at this point. It is taped and hemmed from here to here, all the way around, up here, and right here. Here I started, I only went up to here on the sides. You guys can go all the way around if you want. So this is about 22 and a half. I'm gonna go 22 and a half here. What you wanna do is take your first strip, put it down at the bottom. Make sure you give it a really good rub so that the sticky side is sticking. I want to make sure that it is going to be even on both sides when it's draped over. Make sure that the hem is down here. So now I'm going to just take my tape and lay it right on top. Straight. Lay it down lightly first and then reposition it if you need to. And just pick a side. For here, I'm going to tape all the way up, if you have a handle here, all the way up to here. Start here at the bottom, up right till I get to the handle. Okay, now from here, smooth it so your fabric's not twisted. There you go. Move to the other side. Do the same thing. Go from the middle all the way to the edge. So this is now adhered, and as you can see, I did do a good job making sure that this was even here, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut this side off right here. But now what I'm going to do is right when I see this start, this flap here, it's easier with burlap because I can see, but if not, just take your finger here and feel it. I'm going to take my scissors and cut just from the inside right here, if you can see that. So I'm not going to go all the way out to the edge here because I want to make sure that I have enough to stick right here. So I'm just going to go right about here. Make sure you smooth it out so you know how far to go. And cut right about here to the corner. And I don't want to cut any further than that because I want to be able to take this and roll it down over here. Do the same to the other side. All right, so as you can see now, I'm going to be taping this down. But before I do that, I want to cut this flap because I want to take the extra and shove it underneath the handle. So I'm going to go probably up to here, just enough to tuck under. So now I'm going to take this. And what's easier to do, rather than stick the tape underneath there, I'm going to stick the tape on the fabric. Start right along my edge. Okay, finally. So now I'm going to take this and start in the middle. Make sure you're always smoothing your fabric out. Just tuck it in. There we go. Just got to work it in there. So now it is all the way up to there. So when you're pulling it, you'll just have the burlap showing the sides all the way up here. And then I'm also going to, at the same time, do my edge here. So what I'm going to be doing here is putting it right on the middle so that it can fold over inside and the outside. Let's see how much we need. So here we go. I'll be pressing this over the edge. laid down very nicely here. Just want to catch it right here. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is also just lay a strip here and then all the way up here too. Then I'm going to try to get it as close to the edge so that the edges are definitely sticking here so it will not continue to fray. Just cut all of this here so it's uniform. Add a good rub. And again, I'm going to make sure that this is all laying nice and flat. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Alright, so we are done with that. Cut this right here. And then do some more taping on the side here, like get rid of this middle part. If you want to keep your handle and just do like a two-tone type of deal. Or you can cut this off and then, that'd be cute too. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because I do not want it. So I'm going to take my small scissors here and just snip this away. So I'm going to be taping this down. Alright, that's my inside. Please make sure that you know what you're working with. I am pretty sure, yeah, it's polyester, 100% polyester, so this will work. You want to be very, very careful. If you are a child watching this, please do it with your mom, okay? Or your dad. So this will melt the edge. It's like a plastic cap. All right, here we go. Now that this won't fray, I am still thinking about taking a piece of tape and hemming it anyways, just so I get a cleaner look. Is hem it like this. Take a piece of tape, put it as close to here as possible. Super sticky. So I'm gonna stick this here. And then what I think I'm gonna do is also put a piece here. There we go. Perfect. I really should have stuck in the strip as close as I could here. I wouldn't normally do this many, but because I put the top one too far down, I'm just worried about the edge here. So I'm definitely going to be sticking another piece right here, right at the edge. That's what I should have done in the first place. Alright. Let's do 1 3/4 inches here, or you can eyeball it. So 1 3/4 inches, so I'm going to clip it right about here. I'm going to push this over and put some tape right here first to hold it in on itself. We don't want the seam on the outside, we want it on the inside. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it in on itself. There you go. I'm ready to take this tape off and then fold it in. And now that you have your clean edge, you can stick it. Just like that. Perfect. Now I'm ready to do my trim. It's about here. Take my tassel, cut to size. I'm going to stop it right about here though. Right there. And then I don't want this to fray, so I'm going to take some of my fabric fusion here and I'll put some on a foam roller. And if I know that something's going to fray, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little dab right there. Kind of press. Or, you know, if you don't have any of this, you know, I think maybe some clear nail polish might work too. And I didn't want extra exposing tape adhesion but it actually worked out fine. I just stuck it on there the way it was and was able to use the extra hangover to stick my tassels in place exactly where they need to be. So it's all straight. I love this. I'm very proud of being able to make this, and I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to put it in the Kallax unit and see how it looks. I'm sure my girls are gonna love it. Okay, so future Leslie, I stayed up until 1 a.m. last night doing all of that. Just some tips to notice here. I'm finishing some more here and I'm getting better. So definitely take your ribbon and cinch it because it makes it a lot cleaner to tape. That is, of course, if you're working with ribbon that is like polyester, that is the kind of material that will cap when you put a layer to it. So it'll look like this. And I can do that a little bit more, but just enough, you know, to keep it in frame. Now this is how I laid it out here. I have both strips at the edge here, and that's because I'm going to be laying it down and then turning it over so that it's a nice seam. So this might be overkill. I did do the top. Make sure you go close to the edge as you can so that it doesn't, you know, bend over or drape down. And then same for the bottom here. Definitely go in the middle if you want extra support since it's the handle. That's what I'm going to do. You don't have to. Maybe you could just like put little tiny pieces here and there just to save some tape, which I may do because I have to go to the store and get some more. Now for this, what I was doing before was taping it down here. It's already rolled and taped here. What I'm going to do is just tape it here and then cut off the excess right below the tape line, just to save some tape and time. I'm trying not to cut the actual... And I'm just gonna cut off the excess. God, these scissors are so hard to, they're like stiff. Ugh, my thumb. Okay, here we go. Clean that up. I think that looks nice. Just like that. Okay, go ahead, walk in and look at
This. Oh, that looks so good. That's cool. You made that yourself?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Oh, hi, Bella.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's cool. Wait, you made that yourself?
Yeah,
Oh, but that looks so good.
I'm
How
glad
did
you like it.
do that?
Gotta figure out my own way to
It's
do
just
it.
glue.
That is like a fabric tape.
Oh, yeah.
It's permanent.
Tape?
Yeah, it's fabric tape. It's special tape.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
For this too?
Yep.
That's cool. It looks so good. I really like the vases. Yeah, I like these little things too. Wait, did you make these?
It came pre-made on a roll.
That's cool. So you have to do...
Oh, I have a lot to go. Did you see what's out in the living room?
Mom,
yeah. So I have those two to do.
Oh, you have
And
to
then-
also do all of these?
Yeah, and I have to do it for that Kallax unit right over here.
Wow. Oh. So you wanted it to show a little bit of pink?
Yep.
That's
It's a nice touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a burlap.
And then it's pink,
Yep.
but that's cool.
Yeah. It's like a little pink surprise when you pull it out.
So full of stuff. Hi. I like that. That's cute.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
There's a lot more to do. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
2, 3, 4.
I have a lot of work to do.
You have
That's
14 more.
Yep, that's to come.
Everything about it. Could I use this?
Yeah, you can take a piece and use it.
I want to make something.
Okay.
Like you did.
Approve?
What? Yeah.
Nice. Okay. For the top portion? Okay, hold on. Let me get a sip of coffee.